Brownsville, as is.
A for Achana.
S for Sonia. And we are in a very special place. You know, all the places are special, but
Yeah.
we're sitting under the front porch of West Tennessee's fanciest pole barn.
It is fancy. It is fancy. It's a fancy, chic, rustic
Yes.
place. Yeah, I love
Yes.
it. Love it, love it, love it.
And you wouldn't, driving up and looking, you would think, oh, there's not going to be much to this. But wait till we show you what's behind these walls.
I know, I can't wait. I can't. You want to tell them where we are, or should we just open the doors? What do you think? I think we can tell them.
We can tell them.
Yeah.
We can tell them. We are at the Sam Bryant Distillery.
Mm-hmm.
We are just off I-40 at exit 74. I mean, just a stone's throw from the interstate. It's really easy to get to.
Yeah.
And they have some of the best spirits and shine.
That's what they say.
In West Tennessee.
Yeah, yeah.
In this fancy pole barn.
In this fancy pole barn. And you know, I think we need to share the pole barn with some of our viewers.
I wish we could do virtual tasting.
Wouldn't that be
should
awesome?
should we do the tasting and just share
We'll
it?
We'll let them know.
All
Trust
right.
me, we got you.
Yeah, yeah. We're tasting it for you.
That's right. That's right. And it's late in the afternoon, so you know, it's time for some tasting, I imagine.
Yeah, yeah. So you know what? Let's do it. Y'all come on with us.
Come on in.
Wave, Sam.
Oh, wait. Okay.
So Sam, tell us about this building.
The building that you're sitting in is probably the fanciest pole barn in West Tennessee. Pole barn typically is what you put tractor equipment in, or farm equipment in, or tractors and stuff like that, or horses and cattle. What we did though is we wanted something that looked like a Irish pub, old country store kind of blend. We wanted to be nicer than old, like what you think of as a country store, but we wanted to still maintain that hominess and that realistic kind of rural feel, but we wanted some finish to it too. So we kind of designed this a little bit on the fly, but me and my dad cut all the lumber in here on our sawmill, and one of my good friends did all the woodwork in here and actually made the building into what you see in front of you. It's kind of a 3,600 square foot piece of furniture, the way it worked out. We get a lot of compliments on the building, and like even our bar top is about 17 feet long. It came from one big oak tree, which was the same tree we used to cut the lumber from the back wall line, because it was the only one that was tall enough to make it up the whole expanse of the wall. But there, if somebody comes in here who's actually done woodwork before, they really appreciate the building itself and for what it is.
Beautiful building. Beautiful building.
And it took about a year and a half of hard work to get it all put together, but we finally got it done.
Yeah, such a nice, chic, rustic feel.
That's
here.
exactly what we're going for.
I've been here on several different occasions. Some have been industry dinners or birthday parties or weddings. What's the seating capacity here?
We can hold over 100 people. It just, in some events we can get more in here, and that just depends on what people need. We do rent the place out for events. Usually that's a good portion of our business this year.
Love the live music here.
Yeah.
Love it.
And we'll hopefully be doing that again in September, we hope, but we're not sure yet. Since the governor issued that last executive order, we were hoping to be able to do it into July, and now we're pushing it back to the end of August. So we're just waiting for the powers that be to tell us what's going on.
Speaking of the pandemic, tell me how you have been affected with your tasting tours and things of that nature.
Well, we offer tastings and tours is the large part of our what we do here. When somebody comes to the door, they typically we'd have 4 free tastings, and then if they want to do a tour, it's $10. But 75% of our business roughly is interstate traffic. And so when this all started, our business went down tremendously because people weren't out traveling. Since then it has come back, but we started making hand sanitizer for people pretty soon thereafter, and it was kind of rough making good whiskey into hand sanitizer, because we were literally using what would have been our product to make that. But it's what people needed at the time. It kept cash flowing in. It kept everybody I had employed. So that was good. We didn't have to lay anybody off, which was huge. And so it kept our cash flow steady through this. It kept us from taking a big dip, which we were very thankful for that. Since then, business pretty much was getting back to normal, and not even a little better than normal because everybody was so stir crazy from sitting in their homes so much. But it just takes time for it to bounce back. I think we're going to, hopefully, in the next 2 or 3 months, we'll have less concern over the coronavirus. Hopefully, that'll eventually fade away. But said right now, they've re-upped the restrictions and some other stuff on us. So we're trying to adapt the best way we can.
Right. So we talked about the birthing of the business. You want to go a little bit more into detail? We know that it's a family-run business.
It is a family-run business. It's me and my dad. I'm the I guess the brains behind the operation. I guess he'd probably give me credit for that too. But I couldn't do it without him. He's a tremendous part of it. It's been a very long-term kind of project. I had a tree company I sold back in 2011 and did financial planning after that. Just wasn't real happy doing that. So I started making whiskey.
And here you are.
There we go. Most of what our business is to provide people that moonshine experience here. We have really good quality products that we try to do our best to make sure every bottle that comes out is perfection as far as we're concerned.
I'm going to wear my sunglasses. I think your future's bright here at this place. Such a wonderful thing. Thanks for having us today.
Oh,
I think we'll take a look around. How about that?
That sounds great.
All right, let's go.
All right.
This is our main still. We actually do most of the distilling at our distillery. This is where the magic happens. This is a column still. It has 3 plates in it as it's set up right now. So every time you still something with this still, it's been distilled 3 times. This still takes about 16 hours to make one run, and when it makes a run, we get roughly 100 bottles of moonshine worth of alcohol out of it. And that's 100 bottles. It's 750 milliliter bottles at 80 proof. So it takes about 16 hours to do that, sometimes 18. We can add more sections onto this column if we want to, and that'll basically, right now it's been distilled 3 times with 3 sections in there. If we add another 5 sections on, it'll be distilled 8 times. It'll make a really good vodka, so we can modify the still to make different products. We designed the still on purpose when we got it to where we could actually make a lot of different products with it. We weren't dedicated to any one thing. It's all kind of a modular setup. This basically works like a big hot water heater. We put the fermented mash in at roughly 12% alcohol content. We slowly heat that up. When it hits 154 degrees Fahrenheit, the methanol starts coming off. When we get the methanol, because we don't want the methanol, we can watch these temperature gauges here on top, and that tells us what chemical compounds are actually coming off the still at any given point in time. And basically what this still is a filter that separates things by boiling point. Boiling point is usually related to molecular weight. So basically we're separating things out by their weight using heat.
Okay, Sam, so this is my favorite part.
This is our products. We make about 24, 25 different products here. A lot of them are variations on moonshine. We got cream liqueurs down at the far end. We've got our whiskey type products down here on this end. We can't call it Tennessee whiskey because we don't play by the Tennessee whiskey's rules. So we have to call it our Tennessee Shines, how we have it labeled. But it turns out really good. It's very similar to a lot of other big name Tennessee whiskey products, but it actually has a smoother texture and actually has a real strong vanilla caramel taste to it.
Okay, and I know one of them is named after you, Tennessee Sam.
Tennessee Sam's after me, and the Tennessee Pete named after my dad. Tennessee Pete is my dad's name is Pete, and Tennessee Pete has a Scotch type finish with that peat moss in the background, so that's kind of what we play a little play off words there. Both of them are really good products. Tennessee Sam's our best seller. It's going to compare to things like Gentleman Jack and that kind of ballpark. It's actually a little smoother than what you would probably expect from a whiskey. And then the Tennessee Pete is going to be like a bourbon Scotch hybrid. It's neither bourbon nor Scotch, but it's in that ballpark. It starts off with a really nice sweet kind of, it starts off sweet like a bourbon and then finishes like an oaky camphor like a Scotch would. We make our products very drinkable, and we're very careful how we distill them, and that really shows up in our product quality.
We've got a gin that we make. We've got tequila, which is our agave-based spirit like tequila. That one's the one I put the most polish into. That's the one I make for me. We've got grappa made from the grapes from the local winery. We have sorghum molasses spirits, which are made from sorghum molasses we get from the Delta. It's the biorenewables down at the Shelby Farms down in Memphis. And then we've got amaretto. We have Cuban oregano's bitters for somebody who wants something different. We've got moonshine, all kinds of different flavors. We got apple pie, blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, all these kind of things.
How many flavors of moonshine?
I don't really know.
Because it varies with the season,
It does
correct?
vary with the season.
What local produce or
What local
fruit and
produce we
vegetables
get,
are available?
what we can get. There's seasonality to what people want certain times of the year. Like during the cooler part of the year, we'll sell a lot more blueberry, and then the warm part of the year, we'll sell a lot more coconut. So there are some products that are kind of cyclical. Most of the ones you see out here are ones we keep because they do sell well. But occasionally we'll come out with something new and we'll just try it out and see if it's a keeper or not. And if people really like it, we keep it. If they don't, we do one batch and then it's done.
It's about what's on the end there.
Down here is our cream liqueurs. We've got different flavor cream liqueurs. Basically, it's like Bailey's, but it's different flavors to it. It's a chocolate strawberry, and there's a cinnamon roll, and different ones like that. So we've got a lot of different ones down there, and people really enjoy those. Those have been a great addition. One of the ladies that works up here suggested we do that a little while back, and we did, and they've been one of our bigger sellers.
I say, I had not seen those since the last time I was here, so that's great that you have new product and you're developing new product all the time.
Yeah, we are. I said we'll occasionally find a better way to do things. Like our Marita Moonshine, we've improved it tremendously. It was a good product before, but we figured out a way to actually keep the price point the same and actually improve the quality quite a bit.
So how are you doing tastings now? Has anything changed since the pandemic on how you actually present your product for tasting?
Not too much. We stopped tasting altogether for quite a while. We are doing tastings again. We have to be very cautious of that. Maintain all the distancing. We clean the counter incessantly. We only use one sample cup per sample. Normally we use those in normal circumstances, but reuse them for the same person, not reuse them for the next person.
Right.
But as it is right now, we just do one sample per cup, and then the person's responsible for throwing the cup away, so nobody on this side of the bar has to touch it, and we clean the counter and repeat.
Well, I think that it's time to try something.
All right, what would you like to start with?
Okay, Achana, I have, what flavor did I get?
That's chocolate strawberry cream liqueur.
Oh, it sounds
Chocolate
good.
strawberry cream. What have you got?
This is tequila.
All right.
And here.
Cheers.